Hey everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. I hope you're all well, and today it's a little movie review, and we're looking at something called 7500 or 7500, whichever way you want to pronounce it, which is an Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon original, so it's just appeared and aired on Amazon Prime. So all you Prime members are paying you, was it £7 a month or 60 odd quid a year, whatever it is, obviously, as well as quick deliveries on some items. You get all these films as well, aren't you? Well, you get a few films, don't you? Not exactly a glut of them, is it, obviously? Yeah, 7500 we're looking at today, so a quick review on that. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button there, push that bell notification so you know these little vlogs are coming out, these little review vlogs, TV drama vlogs, poster vlogs, information vlogs, etc. So you keep in touch. Make sure your notifications are set to public as well, so you get to know these things. A lot of people forget about that. Yeah, it's directed by Patrick Vollraff. It's his debut, directorial debut, so a little bit of credit to him for that. Although, you know me, I won't be too kind, I won't be overly kind. A lot of people, obviously looking through the reviews, have sort of commented on it. It's not a bad little debut. It's a drama thriller, 92 minutes, so a nice length, isn't it, really? And it's basically a hijacking. It's actually the hijacking of an aircraft by terrorists. Obviously, we don't really know the what's it behind what they're doing and what they're planning on doing, etc., etc. But there you go. It stars, obviously, there's a central character, this guy over here, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, his first movie he starred in was just a very small part, was Beethoven in 1992. Remember Beethoven? I'm not talking about the composer, I'm talking about the dog, I think, Beethoven, 1992. So he's been a while, been about quite a lot. And actually, I've not seen him for a while. Actually, this is probably his first big film for first film for 4 or 5 years, actually. And he plays Tobias Ellis, who's actually the first officer on the plane. So he's not the captain, but obviously it's the first officer. And most of the story centres around his character, Tobias Elvis. And obviously he's come in for a lot of plaudits. Yeah, a lot of people said he likes his performance. I found it a bit up and downy. I mean, I'm not doing this is part of the review, really. I found it a little bit okay at times, and sometimes he underplayed stuff where I thought he could have played it a little bit more. But yeah, I think it was that style of. I think it was that he was playing a style, wasn't he? He was playing a persona. So yeah, I mean, I thought his acting was certainly quite good, but obviously a lot of people thought it was excellent, and obviously I'm not going to discredit the guy. He did a good job of holding the whole thing together anyway, because he is the main guy in it. Is it any good? Well, it had a budget of $5 million, and you probably get what you pay for. It's a very claustrophobic thing. It's all set on the plane. There's no, even though we talk to people from outside of the plane, obviously you don't really get to see any of that. It's all set in the cockpit, and obviously the cameras into the plane itself. So yeah, for $5 million, yeah, that's what you got to get, isn't it? For $5 million, I suppose, these days. Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 65% positivity rating. That's based on 91 reviews, and 59 viewers liked it and 32 didn't. So obviously, you know, the fresh and rotten ratings with Rotten Tomatoes, 59 against 32, so at least you 65% positivity. Overall, if they take into account the users as well, it's a 6.39 out of 10, so a healthy score, not fantastic, but not too bad. And the consensus is that it never achieves, pardon all the airplane puns with some of these comments I'm going to read out over the next couple of minutes. I mean, there's quite a lot of these writers throwing them in, and I certainly won't add to them, but I do have to repeat them, obviously, because that's what they said. Anyway, the consensus on Rotten Tomatoes: never achieves maximum altitude as a skybound thriller, but Levitt, what's he called? Levitt's solid central performance. Sorry, I'm stuttering. But Levitt's solid central performance manages to hold it reasonably aloft. There you go. So there's about 3 in the first sentence I stumbled over, isn't it? It's got a Metascore. The Metascore rating, that's the critics, of 5.8 out of 10. So again, just under 6, which is my sort of watchable score, isn't it? That's based on 23 ratings. And it does score. The lowest is 5 and the highest is 7.5. And I've looked at Empire Magazine. They quite liked it. They gave it a good score, Empire Magazine. But some of the comments sort of ranging from the lower scores to the higher scores are struggles, unfortunate stereotyping. I think they're talking about the terrorists there. Loses steam and never recovers. I mean, obviously steam. We're not into planes there, we're into something else. Convenient plot twists. Well, you know, the trouble starts when the director attempts a landing. Again, very sorry about that. First half effective, but has trouble sticking the landing. They have a bit of a slight play on the old landing thing. Flaws, but an impressive flaws, but an impressive. I have to read my own writing now. Sorry, my apologies. Flaws, but an impressive debut for the director. A taut piano wire-like quality to the film's simplicity, and a well-made thriller. So a lot of positivity there. Some obviously you can see the negativities on the ending, which we'll come to in my little review in a minute. Internet Movie Database, that's Joe Public, that's you and me. Over 2,400 reviews on there, and it's 5.9 out of 10. So again, very similar. It's just hitting it, just missing out on that watchable rating, isn't it? Some of the positives: realistic, accurate, well executed, unique, intense, awesome, thrilling. And some of the negatives: riddled with cliches. Well, it's a hijack film. I mean, I suppose we're going to have certain cliches, aren't we? As well as, you know, with the hijack film set on a plane. I mean, there's no snakes or anything like that. So obviously, it's a hijack film. Low budget, don't bother. That's a bit harsh, that one. Unsatisfying, again, a little bit harsh. A good start, quickly dives. So there we go. There's another pun. But I mean, yeah, I mean, as you can see, the night is very mixed. But there is a trend, isn't there? There is a trend that it does start well and actually peters off a little bit. And I have to echo that sentiment actually watching the film. Director Val, I have to say, a lot of people have appreciated it. I think he did half a good job, unfortunately, but he didn't sort of finish it off. Levitt did well. Levitt's the actor did very well, as I said, holding it all together. But about an hour in, I mean, it's what, 92 minutes. So let's take the credits off. So let's say it's 82 minutes in total. Yeah, and there's a brief knowledge of the characters beforehand, and yeah, well, you sort of get to like and dislike the characters quite quickly. You don't need any great big background on it, to be honest with you. And it's quite tense and claustrophobic because you'd expect being set in a cockpit and just outside obviously the space between the cockpit and where they do all the cooking, you know, get the food out and obviously go through the curtain to the passenger. So you've got a camera into there as well, but you don't actually see that side of it. It's just camera work, which does add to it. I mean, it does add, and obviously chatting to the air traffic controllers and security, etc. Does sort of add to it, even obviously within the budget. Obviously that's part and parcel of it, but it doesn't take anything away from the story actually. So yeah, it is a common story. It is a story we've seen before. I mean, you can think of the 9/11 hijack films recently, can't you? The United and that sort of thing, which have done very, very well. This perhaps isn't on a par with that sort of level, but it doesn't really hinder the movie. I would say it just sort of goes along very nicely, very claustrophobic, very, very dark. Obviously, there's certain elements within the film, that make you sort of put you on edge yourself as a viewer. And then on the hour, it all starts to go a little bit flat, to be honest with you. I mean, when it should be sort of reaching a climax, if you like, obviously the last third of the film, it actually gets a little bit flat and a little bit lost and a little bit verbal and lost in it all. And it's a great shame because obviously the first 2/3 of the film are quite good. And obviously, as I say, the character development in it, good, because I wanted certain people to survive, and I was a bit upset if certain people didn't survive, etc., etc. So that's all important in a film. But I thought, yeah, it's such a shame that it was ruined. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the scores, as you say, Rotten Tomatoes is the highest at just over 6. But I wouldn't put anyone off watching this. I think it is definitely watchable, but just don't expect a fantastic. It is an ending. It does end, and it's sort of sums it up and comes to a conclusion, which is fair enough. But I just thought the last 25 minutes, half an hour of the film were a little bit weak, and it's as though obviously they don't film these things in order particularly, do they? Or they may have done. Obviously it may have only been, this could have been shot shot in order, if you like, and then obviously they may have run out of budget. But I think the whole idea was to base it in the cockpit from the get-go. So obviously I don't think there's any more. But obviously I wouldn't mind a little bit of outside world intervention as well, just to break it up. It did get a little bit samey after the hour mark, and it was just a little bit of an anticlimax to the ending. So that's 7,500. So I'm going to give it a mark. I'm going to give it a mark of 6 out of 10, which is my watchable rating. I certainly won't put anyone off watching it. And on the basis you've got your Prime account and it's not going to cost you any more to stream this now on Amazon Prime, yeah, I mean it's okay value for money at nothing if you've already paid for it. Anyway, let me know what you think if you get to watch 7,500 or 7,500, or however way you sort of pronounce it. Anyway, please follow me on Twitter for all the latest news. I'm on Twitter at Charles Deneen, Deneen spelled DINNN, at nostalgia_movie. And I'm on Facebook at Bernard Deneen, so I'll just put Bernard Deneen on Facebook. I'm on there. And please just check out my links for Movie Game Nostalgia.com, my website for old rare DVDs, movie posters, and board games. So you can spare a couple of minutes on there. Thumbs up to you, and please, if you can leave us a thumbs up for the vlog, that'll be fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Let's all look after each other, and hopefully you'll join me again for something very similar very soon. This is Bernard saying goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.